Don't say it. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this video. Don't get me wrong. The Incredibles 2 is an incredible movie. Pun intended. I've gone to see it twice for crying out loud. The animation is brilliant and the story is too. However, it's not the best movie out there, unlike what some people seem to be claiming. Seriously, some people are saying that this is the best Pixar movie, even compared to the original, and that does not sit right with me. Hearing that and already being skeptical about some parts of the movie, I decided to make this. So here we go. Let's hope my channel and I survive the backlash, because I would like to make more movie reviews in the future. Now, naturally, this will have spoilers, you have been warned, though I don't think this will be an issue because I'm pretty sure 99.999999% of the population has already seen it. Problem 1. Hypnosis. Yes, hypnosis works. Many doctors use it, in fact. But it has limits. Doctors have had to send a lot of patients home to work on relaxing and breathing when their hypnosis wouldn't take. Then it's also well known that there are some people who just aren't susceptible to hypnosis. Something in the mind, apparently. And lastly, the ability to control someone with hypnosis is still on debate. I did research hypnosis to make sure I'm not putting a foot in my mouth, and there's a lot of contradictions on this point. Some say it's not even possible, while others say it is, but only with the help of drugs, or only on those minority that are highly susceptible to hypnosis. That is, when we're talking about controlling people against their morals or standards. And superheroes doing something illegal is getting as against their standards as possible. And are you telling me that just everyone in the movie just happened to be susceptible to hypnosis? Okay, I hear people complaining, asking why I'm so bothered by something so minimal in a fictional reality. Well, realism is actually a great part about this universe. The entire plot is about conflict between supers and normal people who are normal. Syndrome, for example, wanted to be a super. It was his dream, but the movie made it clear that he wasn't. He came close, but in the end, all his gadgets were only gadgets, and he couldn't be as strong as supers. That scene where his cape gets shot and he can't fly has always been iconic to me, because it showed him for what he was. He even got killed by flying into his own jet after his rocket shoe was destroyed. That's as ironic as it gets. Sure, in all his realism, he shot shields out of his fingers, but force fields, in theory, are actually developable and companies are trying to recreate them. But they have mind erasal, I hear some people typing, but even that has some basis in reality. Electroshock, however crude, has been known to cause memory loss. So is it really such a far leap to assume that a powerful government agency just learned to localize it? Dicker even said that it's not exact. Okay, so let's give Evelyn Dever the benefit of a doubt and say she's just so utterly clever and was able to bypass the complexity of the human mind. Problem 2. Inconsistency. This is what triggered this video most of all. On numerous occasions, we see Evelyn's puppets do as told without her having to say a single thing during it. The pizza guy when he was fighting Elastigirl in the apartment. Elastigirl when she was fighting Mr. Incredible. Evelyn didn't have to say a single thing for Elastigirl to know she had to distract Mr. Incredible to place the goggles on his head, which Evelyn would have with her. Then, in Act 3, Evelyn had to give them specific directions just to aim the boat at the frickin' city? What? I specifically brought up the fight between Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible because people could say Evelyn was communicating with the pizza guy through the mask, But I don't think she was, because she was clearly just standing there with the fight between Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible. And wasn't she on the comm with Elastigirl at the time at the apartment? Which brings up the question, how did the pizza boy even know how to fight like that? When talking about the fight, Evelyn specifically said, or I suppose I should say you were fighting with me. So did she teach him the fighting moves? This entire plot point with the masks and the controlling make no sense, which is exactly why this hypnosis idea was a bad one. And you'd think if Evelyn is smart enough to make these goggles and use hypnosis like this, which I'm still debatable about, that she'd think to use something cleverer and less flimsy than goggles? As someone with glasses, I can promise you that they won't stay on my face in hand-to-hand combat. And these don't even have straps in the back. I think she'd at least know to put straps in the back. Honestly, why not just use contact lenses for the spirals? They're just as realistic as everything else. Oh wait, I forgot. They need a plot. Before I go to problem 3, I have to mention that this movie had me very worried. Seeing Elastigirl is going to be the main holder of the plot, I was so nervous that Hollywood was going to screw this up just to satisfy some political movement. But they didn't. I was pleasantly shocked. Sure, there are a few frustrating points that hinted at some agenda, but these empowered female characters weren't like the "you must love them because they are female" characters we get today. They were actually strong and had actual motivations. This sigh of relief was probably why I enjoyed the movie so much. However, problem 3. Bob. I don't know why the writers thought this was a good idea. For the first 20 minutes of the movie, Bob was portrayed as the biggest a-hole in the world. And you guessed it, because Elastigirl got the attention. What the hell? The first movie didn't show this about his character at all. He fell for Elastigirl because of how powerful she was, because she was a super, because she was her. Her becoming a stay-at-home mom and him becoming an office worker were both playing contribute to him being bleak. Sure, some would say that it's because he was stuck at home when she was outside, that's why he hated the arrangement. But that is not the way it was portrayed. All the audience got was attention-seeking a-hole. But they literally changed that character point at the snap of their fingers after 20 minutes and never brought it up again, which is severely odd after the build-up, so yay? Problem 4. Dialogue. This one is pretty quick, but some of the dialogue in this movie was kinda weird. For example, Elastigirl at some point said that Evelyn was controlling the screenslaver. Not that she was the screenslaver or that the screenslaver was a farce. No, she was controlling the screenslaver. And there are a couple of other instances where the lines also just felt a bit off? I don't know, really. Problem 5. The law. And this is the last one, so congrats, you'll be rid of me soon. So, apparently, after all of this, they didn't just stop the law that banned supers. Nope, while they had the time, they took away another law too. They had the chance, so why waste it? With the opportunity, they made sure to alleviate the child endangerment laws. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching. What do you think? Do you agree with my points? Leave your hate in the comments below. Love is welcome too. I will read all of them once I am done running away and ducking in cover, so remember to subscribe for more videos, like for my love, and with that I say, zien jullie volgende keer.